the way, bitch. Get out the way. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way.
What you say? A fight's on. What you about to put your lights on? What the fuck? What they say, man? What they say? What they say? What they say, man? Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all motherfucker something. Hold up. Who run the South? Huh? Who fucking runs the goddamn South right now in the motherfucking NFC? You know it. You see it. You know it. You fucking know it. Dirty Birds. I had a long ass night. You see it? You freaking flex on them boys. Captain Kirk Cousins doing Kirk Cousins things. And I'm going to start with that. See, let me take my shades off. I want y'all to see my eyes. I had a long night. Facebook is mad with me. It's your boy Savar Matner. I'm back. It's been a while. I've been real busy. But we're live. And the Falcons, 3-2. We are running the South. I have so much to talk about. I got about an hour and a half tops. We're going to dive into everything from Diddy to NFL to WWE to the election. So much shit. But I have to start off with what happened last night. See, everybody thought that the Falcons were a bust. Everybody thought that. Everybody said Atlanta wasn't going to do jack shit. That's what they said. Then last night, Koo missed 2 kicks, had 1 block, missed 1. Had he not missed 1 and had 1 block, we would have won the game without overtime last night. And I know a lot of y'all Bucks fans talking about the refs gave us the game. I can show highlights of how many times y'all was holding Matthew Judon. Baker Mayfield should have been sacked at least 4 times last night. I'm just being honest with you. The refs let y'all have that shit. But y'all was sitting there, I seen the comments. Y'all fucking the fucking refs let the Falcons have it. They cheated the Falcons. Y'all had a chance to go out there and ice the game, but our defense showed up. Jesse Bates punched the ball out twice. The second time we recovered that fumble. Now, in 3 weeks' time, we head to Tampa. But I got to give my flowers to Matt Ryan. He's in the Ring of Honor. But Kirk Cousins went out there last night and pretty much set a new Falcons franchise record last night and a record in the NFL last night on the eve of Matt Ryan going into the Ring of Honor. Some interesting shit there. But Cordell Hodge came in last night after Drake London went down and on like a post route, a cross route, caught a pass from Kirk Cousins and ran like 40-something yards in. Touchdown. We are 3-2, 2-0 in the division, 3-0 in the conference, minus the Kansas City Chiefs and AFC still in the game. And, you know, we can't forget about the Steelers game. We are undefeated in our conference and undefeated in our division. We're sitting pretty good. Pink Panthers 2 weeks from now. Get ready. Have your depends because we're coming to Charlotte. Coming to bust y'all wide open. But enough about football. Because, boy, I can go all goddamn day about some goddamn football. Let's talk about Hurricane Helene on a more serious note. Thoughts and prayers with everyone that was affected. You guys know that hurricane came through the southeast part of the United States, came right through the Big Bend of Florida, came right up the eastern half of Georgia. I had family in Augusta that was affected. We seen a lot of rain here. I didn't lose no power, but we had a lot of rain, a lot of flooding in and around the Atlanta metro area. But North Carolina, especially up in the mountains, right, around the Smoky Mountains, around Asheville, around Biltmore, coming down even the northern part of South Carolina, the western part of Tennessee, near Gatlinburg, Schriesville, on up to even some parts of Virginia. They got decimated with a lot of rain. A lot of people are still unaccounted for, and a lot of people lost everything. that they had. Now, I seen on Twitter, and one of my admins in the Discord, Jarksy, was pointing out that Twitter was taking some of Joe Biden's stuff and cutting it up. And I went back and seen what Joe Biden said. And we all know Joe Biden has a speech problem, right? But I can assure you there's help going that way. I don't think it will be wise for Joe Biden not to send aid that way, because of course, if he neglects to send aid that way, then it'll be a lot of people right now heading to DC to try to do some harm to the president. I'm trying to be nice. I don't want to make it seem like I'm the one behind that. What I'm saying is a lot of conspiracy theorists taking what he said and cutting it up to make it seem like he's not trying to send help to those flood areas. He was just there viewing the chaos. And so I'm pretty sure that aid's getting there. It's very hard to get aid into an area where you got no power, bridges are out, you got to rely on aircraft to get there. There's a lot of things they have to do strategically to try to get the power back on, to get aid to people. They're still technically in the rescue phase of trying to find and locate people that are either dead or missing. So it's a very tedious task. But at the end of the day, my heart goes out to all of those affected. Thoughts and prayers are with you all. And I hope that the suffering won't continue for as long as it has been. This was something here that yeah, they need to stop taking away the donations. What's up, Jamie? Yeah, I heard some of that shit too. I heard some of that stuff. But anytime there's a national disaster like that, there's always scammers. There's always somebody that's going to try to get over somebody. But anytime there's a disaster, what amazes me the most is how people come together to try to help. And party and politics at that point doesn't matter. Now, I will be talking about politics later on in this live stream because the election's right around the corner. There are a lot of stuff that's about to happen. And you know, this election here is going to make or break America, in my opinion. But let's talk about Diddy, shall we? I know a lot of y'all been waiting for old Savar to talk about Diddy. I mean, the orgy parties, the 1,000 bottles of lube, 100 more people than came out. The freak offs. He called them freak offs. Freak offs. Now, someone that has freak, right, tatted, right, on his chest, right, all right, right there, right. Reason, the story behind that. Long time ago, I thought it was a sex symbol when I was a young power driver. You know, back when 18, 19, you're in the military, and you're fucking, you think you're doing something, you get tatted. Then all of a sudden, T-Pain makes Freaknik the musical, and he's saying Freak Nizzle in the music. That's a whole nother topic. That's why I'm getting these tattoos off of me. But I know a little something about some freaky shit. But one thing Savar Matner has never done was have a freak off. The one thing Savar Matner has never done was buy 1,000 bottles of lube. Number one, I can't afford 1,000 bottles of lube. But number two, there's no need for 1,000 bottles of personal fucking lube. Was Johnson & Johnson sponsoring you, motherfucker? Was fucking Dr. Johnson sponsoring you? Fucking Doc Johnson. Anybody that dabbled in sex toys and then all know who Doc Johnson is. Was KY Jelly sponsoring you? Spunk sponsoring you, motherfucker? Was Adam and Eve sponsoring you? 1,000 bottles of lube? What the fuck were you doing? Orgy train that went on for days. He drugging these women and fucking these men. And taking advantage of these women, but more importantly, fucking these men. And I'm still trying to figure out, is it true that T.D. Jakes was in the building? Oh, Reverend T.D. Jakes. The Lord is with me. The Lord has my back. The Lord is going to get me through this. Put the Lord in your fucking debauchery, T.D. Jakes. Was you there blessing the women with the anointing water? Or was you there blessing the women with your spunk? Because I heard that he was there too at some of them orgy parties. Even heard Rick Ross was at some of those orgy parties. Rick Ross Rick, you need to come out and say something about this shit. They look too good. Even heard rumors that Nelly was in some of those freak offs. We all remember he did the collabs. They could tell, fella. See, we are all these stars at these freak offs, getting a freak on. Now, for some of y'all that's from Texas, more specifically from the Port Arthur area, there was a rapper by the name of Charles Butler, but his handle was Pimp C. Him and Bun B did an interview, sit down. In that interview, you can look it up. He talked about orgies. He talked about being family man and rappers. He even came on the radio station in Atlanta years ago before he died. He missed a concert out here. He had a blowout on the highway trying to get to the airport in Houston. And he talked about some of these celebrities and rappers in the closet and shit. But he did that interview with Bun B. And in that interview, he said these exact words. That shit is gay. While you there fucking the girl, the other man is sitting there watching you fuck the girl. That is some gay shit. That is not no trill shit. That is some funny shit. If there is more dick to pussy ratio in any type of orgy, there's some foul fuckery going on there. Now, I can say this. Whatever Diddy did, he did. The sex trafficking, though, that's a no-go. Beating up on the women, that's a no-go. If you're a bisexual male, whatever, man. If you're in the kinky ass shit, right? Whatever. Do you. Do you. Yeah, he did all his own throat up. I mean, you know, if you're having sex consensually, have fun. Fuck and fuck often. You're burning calories. It's healthy. It's healthy to fuck, right? It's healthy to fuck. Okay, understand what I am saying. It is healthy to fuck. What's not healthy is having a sex addiction to where you're going to hotels with sex workers. 1,000 bottles of fucking lube. A little bit goes a long way. Have you not heard that? I can buy a bottle of lube. Matter of fact, I got 2 personal bottles of lube. 2 personal bottles. One is for self-pleasure. The other one is for, you know, let's say my wife, I'm fucking too long and she gets dry. It's the unscented lube too. The one that don't fuck up your pH. Water lube. You can just lube up and go in there. Because some women, they after a long period of fucking, they go dry. They can't stay lubed the whole time. So sometimes you got to lube up and keep going, right? But a little dab goes a long way. A bottle of lube should last you at least a year or 2. Out there, you're supposed to discard it anyway. What the? Well, you just pouring it on motherfuckers. Huh? Man, y'all fucking for days. For days. Some of that shit I read was hideous. Hideous, Diddy, hideous. And now you got 100 more people coming out. We all heard how you clap Meek Mill shit in. We heard it. We heard it. That shit. How many other men took it just for you can be on their label? That's what I'm waiting on. That's what I'm waiting to come out. How many of these gangsters let you prod them just so they can have their stock increase? Any man that'll sell his asshole for money isn't a man in my book. He's a bitch in my book. They don't get Harvey Weinstein's nothing, motherfucker. Got to put in the title. How many men suck this dick to be cast in big movies? Y'all sold. I'll blow my brains out before I get that desperate for money. Y'all sold. If Harvey Weinstein fucking with these women, now, you know, I'm all about you telling immediately. I ain't all about you waiting for years to say something just to bring a person down for years. Now, Diddy was still recently doing this shit. R. Kelly was still recently doing this shit. And in a minute, I'm talking about Vince McMahon. One Vincent Kennedy McMahon, because, boy, I seen that documentary on Netflix. Vince, you snitched on yourself. You talk too fucking much. You know, you snitched on yourself. But I'm going to get to you in a minute. But R. Kelly and Diddy, 2 niggas that had it all. 2 niggas that came up from poverty. And they couldn't control their sex urges. They couldn't do it. Now, a lot of y'all probably wondering why the fuck Vince McMahon ain't locked up. But Diddy's locked up. Well, Diddy, sex trafficking, drugs, legal weapons and shit. R. Kelly kidnapping, all these tapes, incriminating tapes, evidence and shit, holding people against their will, underage girls. giving women herpes and not telling them he got herpes and doing a lot of fucking shit, pissing on underage girls, you know, doing some foul shit. We even heard R. Kelly swaying that way. We heard R. Kelly like the boys too. You know, he Pied Piper. Seems like you ready. Diddy, are you ready? They gon' fuck your ass. It seems. Diddy, are you ready? That's what R. Kelly's singing to you right now. To go all the way. Don't drop the soul. Motherfucker trapped in the motherfucking closet. Oh, Diddy probably would love Cali Muscle. Because, you know, he Chuck Basher. That motherfucker went and got his eyes. I'm going to talk about him too. I forgot to put him in. He went and got his eyes dyed. I'm going to talk about him too in a minute. There's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit. But let's talk about why Vince McMahon is still out and why Diddy's locked up. Because I've seen all this. People like, man, they ain't fucking right. Fucking goddamn Vince McMahon dookie on girls and having her send piss videos to Brock Lesnar. So we know Brock in the pee play, right? He like getting showers and shit. He like watching trickles and shit. Squirt play, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? It's fluid from a woman's vagina. Whether it's squirt play, piss play, it's fluid play. And he likes it apparently. Yeah, Vince McMahon told that girl, what's her name, Jean Grant, whatever, to send it to Brock Lesnar. And then him and Dead Dick John Laurinaitis were running trains. And Vince McMahon got this thing about BBC. So you like big black cocks. So tell us you like dick, Vince, without telling us you like dicks. But you're out because you are a billionaire. You're white. And honestly, you didn't do anything wrong. You had sex. You may have manipulated the woman, but you had sex. Kinky shit's within the boundaries, not going to buy 1,000 bottles of lube. You wasn't sex trafficking. But yet, you snitched on yourself. What's up, cuz? Oh, good to see you, sweetie. Hope you're feeling better. Good to see you. Good to see you. But you told on yourself. And by the way, to my members of the channel, I will be making the membership free. I'm about to just go on Hinge with a lot of videos. I'm finna just unhinge on YouTube. I'm about to unhinge on YouTube. So I'm on more members, so I'm gonna free it up. The $1.99, I'm gonna dismiss it out this month. Join, watch some members only videos, because there's gonna be some shit that I ain't gonna post unless you remember to watch. But anyway, Vince McMahon got away because Vince McMahon wasn't the Diddy caliber snake or the R. Kelly caliber snake. And Vince McMahon has billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. See, Diddy has millions. Vince have billions. That's a whole nother level of money right there. See, and once again, Vince McMahon didn't do what Diddy did. Diddy beat Cassie ass in the hotel. Now, there's rumor going around that Vince McMahon raped the girl. All right, that's what we heard. What you about to say? Oh, we gonna talk about some Cowboys in a minute too. Don't worry, it's coming. It's coming. But all in all, what those three have in common is this. You get money, and then you think you can't be brought down or busted up. I don't understand why the wealthy get money, and then they think that they can just do whatever the fuck they want to do. It doesn't work that way in society. And for those of you that sat quiet and waited for all these years, afraid to say something, now you're all coming out. A lot of y'all cases gonna get thrown out. The ones that are most current is the ones that got the most bites. A lot of y'all coming out against Diddy now because y'all want that paper because man locked up. Diddy's stock is just plummeted. He ain't worth shit. Just like R. Kelly. Had all that money. I'm worth more than motherfucker R. Kelly. That's a goddamn shame. You fell from grace. That's what Diddy gonna fall from grace. I'll be worth more than fucking Diddy. It just a matter of time. Donald Trump, I'm gonna talk about him a little bit too. He's another one. Another one. That if he doesn't get reelected, they're trying their best to break him off. Can you imagine Donald Trump in prison? Now, see, I'm a betting man. I don't think it's gonna get like that. If Donald Trump doesn't win the election, this is a good segue. Let's get off the pedophiles and the piss play and all the other shit. Let's transition real quick to the election. It's less than what? 32 days away. Because it's 31 days in October. You got Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, Kamala Harris, and Tim Walz. Okay. I watched the VP vice presidential debate the other night. It was actually very interesting. We actually heard tit for tat policies. Some good shit. Not gonna lie. Still not a big J.D. Vance fan because J.D. Vance is trying to tell women what they should do with their fucking bodies and all that fucking bullshit. But at the end of the motherfucker, goddamn sunshine, you enjoying your new channel? Hey, you already been a member. You got 2 channels. But anyway, J.D. Vance is a guy that he rubs me the wrong way. Then you got Tim Walz. He's a veteran as well, but he might be a little bit too leftist for me. You have Trump that I just watched at a fucking rally yesterday in Michigan. Just tell more lies. And Kamala Harris really isn't giving me a strategic plan on what she's really going to do to make America a great, running, powerful economy again. There is a lot of things that is not being said that should be said, like Israel and Iran. Iran is vowing revenge on Israel. We got troops over in Iraq and shit still stationed over there. For God knows why we still got troops in the Middle East is beyond me. Okay, they might be putting the line of danger. All right, you got Trump telling Israel to take out Iran nuclear shit, but in doing that could cause nuclear war. We found out that there were some people that I think Microsoft and the Intel intercepted from Russia that was trying to hack every politician that's in DC, or big politicians, fucking hardware drivers and shit. Like, instead of us trying to help everybody else, we need to be strengthening our security, strengthening our borders, strengthening our military. Fucking talk about health in America. Let's talk about health in America. I'm even thinking about making all my training services for fucking free, especially for the elderly, because people my age, you tell them how to get into shape, they want to have an overnight, and they don't understand that it takes time. I'm working with a few elderly people right now, love them, they listen, they're losing weight, they're getting good. I'm thinking about just making it free for the elderly. Fuck the rest of you motherfuckers. But listen, I'm very worried about what's going to happen with the election. Okay. Georgia already implemented more tougher strategic policies before the election. They're going to do hand count votes after the election. They're going to go through and thoroughly hand count every ballot before they certify the election. Okay. I'm for that to make sure there's no fraud going on, but then I'm not for that because who says that some votes may come up missing. Okay. But I'm all for trying to make the election a secure thing. Donald Trump's already claimed that if he loses, rigged. So he's already getting the ball in the motion to have maybe another fucking Capitol riot, right? Then you got Kamala Harris, that even though she's not making or doing insults like Trump, she's putting the women's rights at the forefront over America as a whole. See, and I'm for women's rights. I understand Roe versus Wade. When they overturned that, it fucked up a lot of shit. I understand that, and I hate that that happened. Okay, but you can't make that the fucking, forerunner of your election because you need male voters behind you. And if you don't get the male voters behind you, you ain't gonna win the election. If you do, it won't be by much. But I'm not hearing about America's policies. So I got 2 candidates that I'm not looking forward for voting for. I'm teetering a little bit more towards Kamala because Trump is unhinged and he really doesn't value the military. The soldiers that got hit over in Iraq when Trump nuked Syria or Iran and they retaliated and struck that base over there in the Middle East and them soldiers got TBI, Trump was just saying in a rally, oh, they just got some headaches. These men and women are suffering from TBI injuries. Those are not headaches. They can cause a lot of migraines, but they can cause a lot of other shit like vision and spinal cord issues with communication from the body. You know, that's a lot of stuff that comes with having TBIs. And Trump keep pushing that shit under the, you know, the bus. So that tells me how you feel about your men and women in service, you know. And me being a veteran, you guys can see back there, you know, I'm a proud combat vet at that. It's one of those things where I may not be serving actively, but I still value the men and women that wear that uniform. They still are my brothers and sisters of arms. Even though this day and age, the military isn't what it was, it's still the military. So that's one of those things. I can't wait, man. I've been checking your content out. That's funny shit, man. I can't wait. You went in on Jerry Jones a little bit too hard, though, but Cowboy fans, y'all are mad. So here's what I'm going to say about the election. Do I think Trump stands a chance? If Trump would have did a second debate and Fox would have agreed to do the debate, right? If that would have happened, okay? If Trump would have went on and actually debated instead of lying and calling Kamala and all that dumb shit and actually just stuck to policies and Kamala didn't have a retort, then his chances of him winning the race and winning the re-election goes up in his favor. But since he doesn't want to debate anymore and he avoided debating again, and he could have debated on Fox, it doesn't look good. So he's falling back on old tactics like he did against Hillary Clinton. And that's not going to work against Kamala. Number one, she's black. She has the black card. So by default, those type of insults, right? And I hate to play the color card because I don't believe in that babyism shit. You know, you're dealt the hand, you're dealt, do with it the best way you can. But since she's black, she's a woman in America, and she's the most qualified candidate president because of her accolades, whether you guys like it or not. She was a senator from California. She used to be the attorney general of California. Those are serious accolades, and she's a current vice president. And then she married what's his name? Hoffenauer, the fuck the second gentleman is. He was a lawyer or attorney or whatever. So you're looking at someone that's overly qualified to run for president. And she's a woman, and she's black. And Hindu and some other shit. So Trump throwing insults at her like what he did when it was against Hillary is two different things. And so a lot of women, especially with her being black, and they look at the history of African Americans, they keep bringing up slaves and all that shit. That drives a lot of people. Liz Cheney, a former Republican representative, she's still Republican, but she's been the House representative, was just at a campaign with Kamala Harris. There are a lot of Republicans that standing behind Kamala Harris because of what Trump is doing, the rhetoric of what he's doing. So Trump is making it very hard for him to get reelected. Thus, the victim. He's playing a victim card. It's going to be rigged and blah, blah, blah. That's to stir up his minority audience. Because believe you me, the majority of America is sick of that rhetoric. And if you call yourself a man, but you're crying like a bitch, can you really call yourself a man? Can you really call yourself a fucking man? No, you can't. Look at America as a whole. I bring this up all the time. Just take a step back and look at America as a whole. Men out there don't really want to work anymore. Men complain more than women. Women are doing all the harder jobs now, and men is complaining about not having a job or working with a lot of women because they can't make money and they're ready to do internet and social media. That's America. And Trump fits that type of narrative. He's for the big businesses. He's for putting jobs back in America, but it's complain, whine, gripe, complain, strike, whine, gripe. We want shit to happen, not just for the upper class or middle class, but for all classes. Lower class, they need to get off your ass and do something too, right? But we need a president that isn't going to complain. Kamala's a woman. By default, she's going to complain more when she gets into the White House. But she's a woman. That's expected of women, not men. So either way, if Trump gets in there, things might get done, but not to the expectation of what you guys think. If anything, it might sour relations with a lot of countries overseas that could put us in a war. Because Trump will talk about jacking up tariffs and fuck China, and which I'm with the fuck China shit. Fuck the Taiwan shit. Let's try to get Taiwan, whatever the fuck they were. Let's just do trades and keep it at that, right? Mutual respect, right? Type bullshit. But he might want to fuck with China and shit and poke the bear with China. And China's not like Russia. China will poke back big time. Then, you know, you got Putin. He's buddy with Putin, but let's say Putin decides to fuck him. Well, Trump is unhinged. He gonna want to go nuclear war. If Kamala gets in there, Kamala might turn a blind eye for a while, but the compassion of a woman, like Joe Biden, the compassion of old grandpa, I just have to help everybody. So you're gonna maybe have another inflation surge happen again because she wants to help everybody. So the next 4 years of America isn't bright, in my opinion. Is things slowly getting better now? Yeah, gas is down, food prices down because they did the Fed rate drop. All that stuff is good for right now. How long will it last is the question. And in my honest opinion, I don't think if Trump get in there or Kamala get in there, that it's going to last long. Something's going to happen if Trump get in there that's going to raise shit back up. It could be a war, or something going to happen if Kamala get in there because she might want to give money out and help everybody again. That might raise shit back up because the debt is going to be exacerbated fucking again. So I'm not looking happy towards the election, but I'm still going to vote. I just don't know for who yet. And honestly, I'm leaning more to Kamala. But if Kamala doesn't say stuff that I want to hear, even with Trump, but once again, Trump is not doing the military thing for me. I have a disabled son. He has autism. What about putting money into funds like that for kids with disabilities, right? So they can have a easier path to being successful in America, for more research to understand autism more. What about vets like me that suffer post-traumatic stress and other vets that are wounded? What about having more for the vets, more for the civilians with disabilities, right? Disabilities as a whole, right? What about putting money and security into that, right? So people with disabilities can have a better way of life. Because some people are born with cancers and some people are born missing limbs. Kids are born with autism. Like I say, what about that? More cancer research, more AIDS research, stuff to make America healthy. Actually being upfront about the food epidemic in America so we can stop having all these motherfucking obese kids and this high turnout rate of fucking diabetes. Shout out to Alan Roberts. Go watch the guy. He's great with that. And he's telling the truth. What about that shit that people don't do? We got Lizzo running around here. She lost a lot of weight, but she still's a bitch. But you got other people like Tess Holiday and shit that's promoting that fucking shit. Right? What about that shit? There are so much shit that is being swept under the rug that's not being talked about right now in American politics. Fuck the gay community. I'm sorry. I don't care about their feelings about shit. Fuck relationships with Ukraine and all that shit. I'm sorry, but that's not our country. We done helped them long enough. Fuck all that dumb shit. What about America first? And stop trying to characterize who gets priority. Everybody should get priority. We're Americans. That's just facts. How can we fix everybody else's country, but we can't fix ours? We can't fix our shit, but we want to fix everybody else's shit. We need to mind our own goddamn business and fix our shit first. We may have the best economy in the world still. We might have the best country in the world still. But we are weak as a country now. Understand? 20 years ago, we was feared. 20 years ago, I was in the combat zone. We were feared. People don't fear America no more. Why do you think they fuck with us? So get out and vote. Get out and vote. Your vote counts. I don't give a fuck who you vote for. Get out and fucking vote. Vote next month. Let's get this popping now. Some of you came over here because you want to hear my stuff about the anime, about some Dragon Ball. Yeah, I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's a big month for anime. A real big month. A real big month. Some people, this month is going to make or break their channels. Now, you guys know. Hold on. Okay. I understand the stuff in Taiwan. I get that. I get it. I'm not saying that we can continue to trade with Taiwan, but if China wants Taiwan back, then that's China's business. We shouldn't be trying to interfere with what China's trying to do because Taiwan used to be a part of the Republic of China. That's not our shit to get involved with. If China takes Taiwan back, guess what? We still be getting trades from over there. The same shit. So I get it. It's like Russia wants Ukraine back. That's not our business to get involved with. That's between Russia and Ukraine. That you just dragging money out of us. So I understand. I understand a lot of people don't want China to have Taiwan, but it's not our business to get involved with. It's kind of like if Mexico want to come back and take the majority of Mexico they used to have before the Spanish-Mexican War. It's not nobody else's business to get involved in Mexico and America's business. Because back in the day, the Nueces River, all the way up through most of the fucking western states, belong to Mexico. Yeah, I can't wait for Bleach. Let me talk about Dragon Ball real quick. Spark and Zero's coming out. Diamond's coming out. Geekdom even have a live stream plan for the big reveal. Now, I was told by a little birdie that somebody was talking about me, taking little pop shots at me on social media. Now, it's okay because, I'm a small channel and, I don't get the recognition that big channels get. And honestly, I don't give a fuck because, hey, guess what? I was gone for a few days. Still got my lights on. I got my car back out the shop. Life is sweet. YouTube doesn't pay my bills. So I don't need this. Okay. But I heard that certain people were taking pop shots, talking about other content creators. They didn't drop no names. They were talking about other content creators. Don't know what they talking about. When Dragon Ball come out, I'm going to be proved right again and blah, blah, blah. Listen, I give 2 fucks about Daima. I don't care about that anime. It's a bunch of little kids going to be running around fighting some fucking demons in the demon realm. It's a copy, cut, and paste of okay. Take Bleach for example, the Hell's verse. When Ichigo went to hell to save his sister. They're pretty much pulling ideas from Bleach and putting it in Dragon Ball. Goku had to go to the demon realm because of some bullshit. Because the enemy of my enemy is my friend type bullshit. They could have just left them all adults and ran with it. You got kids. I don't want to see Kid Goku going Super Saiyan. I don't want to see Kid Vegeta going Super Saiyan. I don't want to see kids fighting demons. Say what you want, but that's what GT is going to outshine Daima. Because Goku was the kid. Nobody else was. And GT actually told a pretty decent story. The only setback was Pan, the damsel in distress, and Goku being a kid till going Super Saiyan 4. Other than that, GT was pretty damn good. And this non-canon shit that they never said that it wasn't canon, you fucking big head ass fucking nerds, GT was canon. You know what? You know what defines canon? The continuation of a story. It doesn't have to have Akira Toriyama's name on it for it to be canon. It doesn't have to have a manga on it to be canon. GT picked up right after Dragon Ball Z ended and picked up from there. That in itself makes it canon to Z. But everybody throw that canon word around. But they never came out and said that it wasn't canon. Because Akira Toriyama's name wasn't on it. Exactly, Random. Exactly. No, America does, though. GT wasn't canon because it didn't have Akira Toriyama's name on it. Akira Toriyama is the creator of Dragon Ball, the whole entire franchise. It doesn't have to have his fucking name on it. It's like Aaron McGruger is the creator of the Boondocks. But his name wasn't on none of season 4. But season 4 was still a canon because it still picked up after season 3. He just didn't have no involvement with season 4 because Sony didn't like his script for season 4. But since Sony owned the rights to the Boondocks, John Witherspoon and them had to get paid, so they produced that season. But since Aaron McGruger's name wasn't in the credits, well, season 4 of the Boondocks isn't canon. Yes, it is. It picked right up after season fucking 3. Y'all guys are wilding, man. Yeah, I'm about Sparking Zero. So anyway, I just decided to say this here. Daima is going to flop. That's just my expectation. Unless they do something great with that, it's going to flop. It's going to flop. One Punch Man's going to come out. Bleach come out this today or tomorrow, right? And then we got Demon Slayer. I'm on fucking Netflix. Only Musa, whatever fuck that dude is, with the glove on, fighting them fucking demon people and shit. That shit's fucking crunk as shit. And King of the Shore and Hell's Paradise. The Tenzin, them flower drilling motherfuckers. The Executioner, the blind guy, that bitch is legit. But I'm gonna do a full review in a video about that. That's why I'm not talking about it. But everybody's up in arms about Daima and what they expect to happen. And this Vegeta Super Saiyan 3 shit. Oh, hell yeah, Gaming Geek. Fuck yes. Solo leveling. Hey, if you guys ain't seen Solo leveling, I didn't think it was going to be good. But then when you see this guy battle inside of a game, and he's getting his treasure and shit, and he's leveling up, getting all these different abilities, growing up exponentially as he does it. All this to get an elixir to save his mom's life. It's kind of like Hell's Paradise, but on a whole different tangent. Because in Hell's Paradise, the main protagonist is on this island for an elixir, so he can go back and see a particular loved one, but he's trying to get a pardon from being killed. So it's the same thing, but two different wavelengths. But when I tell you it is good, it is good. See, that's anime. That's anime. This Dragon Ball shit is not anime. It's no bueno. Daima to me is Sailor Moon, and not the first Sailor Moon. All the spin-offs of Sailor Moon. Because the original Sailor Moon was actually pretty fucking good. I watched it as a fucking kid. It was actually pretty fucking good. Yes, listen. This is the big thing. This is the big thing right here, Random. If they give Vegeta Super Saiyan 3 and Daima, that killed the Vegeta character. That kills him. Because how you explain that And then we haven't seen it in Super yet, but it happened in Daima when he was a fucking kid. He decided to go Super Saiyan 3 as a kid. So what's the point in doing all of that? There's no point. There's no point at all. To me, that's I'm looking at my phone, I'm looking at something. To me, that is just fucking stupid. That is fucking stupid. I don't understand the logic behind it, and I never will. You're gonna give Vegeta Super Saiyan 3, but yet we don't see it in Super, but we're gonna see it in Diamond. So, if you give him Super Saiyan 3, hey, what's up, Scholar? If you give him Super Saiyan 3, now, you know what? Here's what I want to know. Here's what I want to know. If you really want to make Daima legit, right? Why not fuse Goku and Vegeta as kids on the final battle? And we get Kid Gogeta or some shit like that. Oh, yeah, man. Hey, that shit is crunk. It's crunk. Why not that? Right? And speaking of that, guys, we gonna start back doing the Marvel versus DC shit again in the future. I was going through some stuff last night. We did that over a year. I'm bringing that back eventually. Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking about Diamond because there's other stuff. I want to talk about upcoming Bad Blood and my expectations of that, and a couple of more things. I got to get off here. I got some stuff I gotta go do. Yes. Listen. And that's and number 3 productions. I seen your video about Stephanie Nowadaily, what fuck her name is, coming back. And I agree with the Yamoshi movie too. Something about, you know, the original Super Saiyan and all that shit, right? Where the Super Saiyan bloodline heritage come from. Here's the thing. We've been waiting decades for Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Ever since Majin Buu. Ever since Goku did it, everybody. I was a kid, okay? I'm almost 40. I'll be 38 this year, all right? I was a kid in junior high. Okay, I'm taking you way back. Junior high and high school when the Buu saga and shit, right? We were seeing some of the Buu stuff then in Japanese. And I remember particularly watching Fusion, the Wrath of the Dragon, Hirudegan, right? And Tapion, right? And I seen Super Saiyan 3 Goku do the Dragon's Fist. That movie came after Goku beat Kid Buu, right? And we all wondered, did Vegeta ever master Super Saiyan 3? This is over 20-something years ago. I'm going back to 99, 2000. So 24, 25 years ago. Some of y'all weren't even born then. So now all of a sudden, yeah, and they did that. They did that because they wanted the fans to buy that game. He should have got it in GT. You're goddamn right. And that's why I was getting that, Skylar. You beat me to it. We all assumed when GT came out that we would see that because Goku was a kid and he couldn't use his full power until he mastered Super Saiyan 4 once his tail got pulled out, right? So we thought maybe Vegeta would take the reins, or at least Gohan would take the reins, and somebody else would get Super Saiyan 3 besides Goten and Trunks having it when they fused. It never happened. But you want to give him 3 now as a kid? We seen a kid version of Super Saiyan 3. It's called Gotenks. We seen a kid version of Super Saiyan 3. It's called GT Goku. We don't want to see it on a kid no more. You give it to Vegeta as a fucking adult. It's too late for it now because all the power he done acquired in Dragon Ball Super, which in my opinion demonstrate place between the Frieza saga and the Terminator Power saga, somewhere in there in Super. That's my opinion. Why not give it to him in Super? It's too late now, and when you give it to him now, it's just too late. It makes no sense. And if you give it to him, you just effectively killed the character. Now, the young generation who just got into Dragon Ball, they'll love that shit. They'll love it. Us fans have been watching it for over 30-something fucking years. Fuck that. Fuck. It's like I threw my flag last night when Koo missed that field goal and I chucked my flag. That's exactly what I'm doing with my phone if I see Vegeta Super Saiyan 3. I'm just taking a chunk of my goddamn phone. Fuck that shit. It's bullshit. And I'm a Vegeta guy. Anybody been watching my channel long enough know that I am a Vegeta guy. I'm a Vegeta guy. But doing it that way? No. Fuck no. Fuck that. Fuck no. And that could be true. I'm pretty sure that if I'm a writer for Dragon Ball, I'm pretty sure that Vegeta always had the ability once he seen Goku do it. But once he realized that it's stamina drawing, it makes no sense. It's kind of like why he never went Super Saiyan Grade 2 like Trunks did when he fought against Cell. Because Vegeta realized the limitations. Same when Goku did in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. When he showed Gohan they had more power, he buffed up, and Gohan was like, wow, Dad, you did. He said, yeah, but this form has drawbacks. Yes, it's powerful. I might be stronger enough to fight Cell, but if I can't hit him, it's wasted energy. It's no use for the form. And then Cell did the Trunks, and it surprised Trunks. And then that's when Trunks realized that he was inferior to his father. That's why Vegeta never pursued that strength. He realized the limitations before that. Exactly, Gaming Geek. Exactly. They keep going back to the well. I'm gonna wait until after I see at least 3 episodes of Diamond to give you guys my honest opinion. I'm not gonna suck it off like Geekdom's about to do. I'm gonna wait till about 3 or 4 episodes in, and then give you my honest opinion about what I think is going on with it. Because one episode you're gonna be just too hyped. Oh yeah, man, and I ain't gonna be hyped. I'm telling you, I ain't gonna be hyped. So I'm gonna wait till about 3 or 4 episodes in, and then give you guys my honest opinion about the pros and cons of Diamond. That's how I'm gonna do it. So if you're coming over here every week to think I'm gonna do a video about Diamond, I'm gonna wait till about 4 or 5 episodes in to do a fucking video. All right, no problem, man. I appreciate you. Number 3, but let's talk about the nostalgia of Stephanie Nanaway, the girl that played Kid Gohan in the original Z and played Kid Goku in GT. Let's talk about her. See, they bringing her back for nostalgia reasons. You know what? R.I.P. to Chris Aries, and I think his replacement's doing a good job at Frieza. You know the Frieza that I admire and love, and I just love that voice character as a whole, that the voice actor as a whole, played Genkai and Yu Yu Hakusho. That's Linda Young, right? But since Frieza's not in this fucking movie, at least I'm assuming it's this series, they had to go to the well and pull a voice actor back that was going to bring some old fans in. I'm not thrilled that woman's coming back to voice Gohan. The ones that are thrilled is you perverts that don't get laid. Oh my God, my heart is Stephanie Nanaway. Oh my God, she's coming back to voice Gohan. She's coming back to voice Goku. I mean, oh my God, yeah, because she voiced him in GT. So oh my God. Because Sean Schimmel is not going to do it. Because he can't. He's the adult Goku. So they needed her to come in and take over because they knew if they used the guy or the girl, whoever voice acts Gohan now, a team with Kid Gohan and Super and all that shit. Well, the reboot of Kai and then she voice acts Goten or whatever. That voice actor, right? They knew that voice actor, okay, wasn't going to cut the bill for Goku. So they need to bring in the big cheese. Yes, and that's why you ain't heard from that Frieza in a while. Yeah, listen. Allergies, guys. Sorry about that. Nose itch. Listen. Geetham is finna suck. He's sucking it up now. I mean, for God's sake. Look, man. Look, 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 man. Let me show y'all something. Look, man. Let me add this up here. Look. Anytime you already set a stream, right? It's just the 4th of October. He has a stream lined up. He is finna suck this shit off. As a matter of fact, I haven't even watched his channel in a couple of goddamn weeks. When I seen this is the last time I watched it. I didn't even watch this. But when I seen this, and I seen that he was using the wolf for the Super Saiyan 4 theory, that's when you have nothing to talk about at that point. That's when you know you have nothing to talk about. When you literally take a wolf and that's the last time I watched anything remotely related to that. What's up, Charles? Hey, man, I'm gonna get with you in the Discord next week. We got y'all in 2 weeks. It's time to do a video. So I'll begin with you in the Discord next week. I'm flying to Texas Friday for a funeral. But I'm gonna try to get that video on the Discord Wednesday or Thursday if you are free, because it's time. Falcons running the South. So listen, that's my opinion about all that diamond stuff. Now let's transition real quick to the WWE. Where my wrestling fans at? Where y'all at? We're gonna talk about a little bit of WWE, and then I'm gonna talk about my 5-0 to end the stream and some fitness stuff to end the stream. Hey, we getting together, man. We getting it together, boy. Hey, I had a long night last night. We get it together. All right, I'll check it. Gotcha. Bad Blood is Saturday in Atlanta, State Farm Arena. Now, unfortunately, I won't be there because I had some issues that went on, family related. I was supposed to fly to Texas last week. We had a hurricane come through. That nixed that plan. So I had to cancel my flight. Got the flight credit back. But the particular family member that I was going to go visit in Texas for a birthday ended up passing away. So I had to rebook a ticket, which was a lot of fucking money, even with the credit. Had to get my car out the shop. I finally got the car out the shop earlier this week. That was a lot of fucking money on top of that. So it's one of those things where, you know, and I got to get a rental when I get to Texas. I'm flying into Houston Hobby Airport. Oh, my God, because Southwest only flying to Hobby, not Bush, but whatever. Next weekend. So it's one of those things where I'm like, I watch Bad Blood at home. I wish I could be there because it's going to be a very, very, how can I put this, interesting event. This set the stage for Survivor Series. I just want you people to understand this. We have a Hell in a Cell match with CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, and that's the match I'm most interested in. I don't too much care about Gunther defending his title, and I don't even remember who he's going to fucking defend it against, right? And I don't really care for Cody Rhodes teaming up with Roman Reigns because he don't have a title match to go against the Bloodline. I mean, it's intriguing, but at this point, it's setting it up, in my opinion, for Team Rhodes to go against fucking Team Roman or some shit at fucking Survivor Series, or they might be on teams going against the whole Bloodline Survivor Series. So I'm not really interested in that, okay? I don't care about Nia Jax going against Bayley. I don't care about none of that too much. They don't even have a women's tag team there because Jade Cargill is hosting the goddamn thing. And I don't really care about the Bloodline tag team titles. I don't really care about Leah Morgan going against fucking Rhea Ripley with her belt. I really don't care. Like, the only match I care about is CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. And I'll tell you why. I didn't too much like the storyline first with the bracelet thing. I really didn't like it. But it's the promos that CM Punk been delivering over the last couple of weeks. And it's the promos that Drew McIntyre been delivering back over the last couple of weeks that got me intrigued. So much so that is the match. And that should be the main event. Should be the main event. And here's my expectations. I expect Tiffany Stratton to become WWE fucking champion. Fuck. Yeah. Nia Jackson's the WWE champion, and then Liv Morgan is probably going to retain her belt against Rhea Ripley. She's probably going to retain it due to some dumb interference or some shit going to give. She's going to retain. I expect Jey Uso to retain his Intercontinental belt wherever he goes against. He just won it, so he's not going to drop it that goddamn quick. I expect, believe it or not, the Bloodline to beat Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. I think Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns are going to have some issues to try to decide who's gonna win that match, who's going to get the pinfall, and that's going to throw them off, and that's going to let the Bloodline take over and win that. If the Bloodline tag team with Timmy Tonga and Tonga Law, if they defend their titles, they should. Yeah, they are. I think they're going against the Street Profits and somebody, whoever. They should retain. Now, that leaves Gunther, and honestly, I can't remember who Gunther is going against. Somebody will tell me in the chat. Oh, they going on first? Oh, that's bullshit. Somebody tell me in the chat who the fuck is Gunther defending. It's not Randy Orton. He lost Randy Orton. Who is Gunther fighting against for that title? Because I seen on Raw that it's gonna be what's his face going with Jey Uso, the guy from New Day, Xavier Woods, apparently. Sami Zayn is going to get Gunther. I can't. Why is my thing ain't showing up here? See, we're fucking up. We're fucking up. It won't even let me show y'all banner for some reason. It's fucking up. I can't show y'all banner. See, there we go. It's fucking up. There we go. Sami Zayn. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, I'm back live. I'm not interested in that. Okay, and Xavier was a Raw match. Okay, so the only match I'm interested in is CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. And what do I think is going to happen? Who do I think is going to win that match? I wouldn't be surprised if Punk decided to let Drew McIntyre win, to put Drew over. But I think if that happens, that kills the future title run that we know CM Punk is about to get. So I think Punk is going to win. And I think it's going to be a very bloody match. It should set it up for the Netflix deal pretty goddamn good. So I expect torture. I expect blood. I expect a lot of shit in the Hell in the Cell match because there's not that many matches at Bad Blood. I think it's like 5 or 6 tops. So that match is going to be pretty damn lengthy. So I expect that match to be one for the ages here. So, but that should set everything up for Survivor Series. Now there's rumor going around that a couple of WWE legends might be popping up to do some stuff at Survivor Series. Now, when we think about Survivor Series, we always think about The Undertaker. We think about, people like, let's say, even Stone Cold Steve Austin sometimes. But I don't think it's going to be neither one of them. John Cena might pop up, but John Cena start his retirement run in January at the Royal Rumble. But who say John Cena won't pop up and do something? I expect Dwayne Johnson to pop up. Remember what he said at WrestleMania? I got to go away for a while. But I'll be back. I expect The Rock to pop up at Survivor Series. I expect. And the reason being, I think he's the mastermind behind the Bloodline betrayal right now because Roman Reigns lost. Bloodline exhaled him. And then you got The Rock, who's like the final boss, and he's like pulling the fucking strings behind, the curtain. So I'm looking forward more so for Survivor Series than Bad Blood. And I think after Bad Blood, is it the Elimination Chamber? No, we just had that. What's after Bad Blood? Crown Jewel? I'm not looking forward to that. I'm looking for Survivor Series. All right. Wouldn't surprise me if Hulk Hogan pop up out there just to take a bump or something. I just want to see something. I heard Bill Goldberg might come back to do a fucking 2-month run. They talking about having him come in to go against Gunther or some crazy shit like that, right? I pray to God they don't do that. I'm gonna tell you who make a good fucking opponent for Gunther. Believe it or not, I like Braun Breaker. I think Braun Breaker and Gunther will have a damn good match. I mean, he's a Steiner after all. The dude knows how to get down, so I would love to see Gunther and Braun Breaker get it on and let Braun try to go for maybe a world title run, but we know that's not going to happen. I think after this is said and done, and then they're talking about Seth Rollins might be back, but after this is said and done, I think CM Punk is going to challenge Gunther next. After he get done with Drew McIntyre, because let's face it, Drew lost his belt, right, at the Royal Rumble. at WrestleMania, right? 2, he won it, but then he lost it to Damian Priest. Damian Priest held it up until SummerSlam, and then lost it to Gunther or some shit before then, right? And so it's one of those things where Gunther's run's not going to be long, and I expect for CM Punk to come after that belt. But I expect CM Punk, though, to get it in a triple threat match with Seth Rollins, him, and Gunther. And that might not happen at Survivor Series. That probably will happen at the Royal Rumble. So I expect Punk to win it and go into WrestleMania with it, right? And I think Cody's going to hold on to his title till WrestleMania. So it's finna get good. It's finna get good. Let's get ready to end this stream. Let me tell you guys what's going on with the 5-0. For those of you that's sticking around towards the end, I got to wrap this up. I got the 5-0 back. I was going to do a video, but it's just too long of some shit. So I'm going to fill you guys in on what happened. For those of you that know me, been on the channel for a while, you know I have a Supercharged 2025 SSG2 with a 120mm Supercharge on it, right? I ended up going through the first transmission, and so I had a new one put in back at the beginning of 2022 by Amco. Amco put it in. Now, when they put it in, they didn't mount my Barton short throw shifter the right way, which I didn't find it out till this year. That's why I kept having noises. But he kept saying it was the RXT clutch. And a lot of people say the clutch is very chatty. So I just, went on and just thought it was clutch. But I was having a second gear lockout issue. Couldn't figure out why. Did everything right with Barton. Found second gear because the car's off. I can slam it real hard. And second car on, it wouldn't go in second unless I maneuvered or, did it a certain way. Well, the guy had the shifter double mounted like an idiot. And so we ended up addressing that, but I was still having a lockout issue. And come to find out, after I took out the RXT clutch and put a spec clutch in there, the synchro was bad in the vehicle. Ford diagnosed the synchro being bad based on the installation of the previous transmission with the shifter being put in wrong by Barton. I'm not Barton, by Amco. Okay. Also, when Amco put in the transmission, when they took out the old transmission, most clutches, aftermarket clutches, come with like this little spacer for the throwout bearing, right? I can't think of the name of it. They call it a sheath assumption, but it's a little spacer, right? And pretty much it goes with the throwout bearing so the throwout bearing have proper travel. Okay. Now the RXT clutch didn't come with it, but the spec clutch did. When they put the RXT clutch in, though, he never did change the throwout bearing. Number one, number two, the guy didn't bleed the line all the way, so it was issues with Amco. So when I took it to Ford replaced everything. I just got another transmission put in there. They got the shim. It's called a shim, but they got the actual spacer shim or whatever from spec because when I got the kit from American Muscle, that wasn't in there for the throwout bearing. So when I got the car back originally with the new clutch in it, I was having a hard time shifting the gears, right? Come to find out that wasn't in the kit, so we had to get that. Ford got that for me. The shifter is now trans-mounted. You guys know I did a video about that, fixing the linkage and everything that Amco didn't do. They left all the screws out. Like I had to do a lot of shit to that car, right? So we got everything going. I think I might, and I didn't ask, but I think when the original throwout bearing went bad, I don't think the pressure plate is bad on the spec clutch, but I know when I clutch in and idle sometimes, I'm still hearing like some chatter when the throwout bearing makes contact with the pressure plate. Now, some people gonna think it might be a bearing sound. I'm just thinking because it's a dual clutch with like they got two dual flywheels and they have the inner centerpiece that is what's making that sound with that Kevlar carbon composite that's making that sound. But the car is shifting, but I'm gonna keep an eye on that because I could have a bad pilot bearing or the throwout bearing could be bad. And if Ford didn't change and put me a new one in when they put that shim in, then that could be the old one. Because I went through one, they put that one in. I'm not for sure if they changed it or not. But the car is shifting all gears, no problem. So I have it back at the house. I'm just waiting to get a few more miles on the transmission. Then I'm going to do some content from inside the car. I need to clean my hood. It is fucking dirty. Then I hit a fucking tire leaving the Saints game. Some asshole had a blowout, right? Well before I got to him, 285. And the tire was in the lane I was in, but I was like 3 cars behind it. So this car in front of me swerved last minute. I hit it head on. My car is just an inch lower. So it hit the passenger side, fucked up the splitter on the motherfucker. It pulled it off, but I fixed it, right? But I have a new one that I'm going to go pick up from Ford. It's in. I tell you, I haven't picked it up yet. And it kind of got my panel a little off on the passenger side. And I know it's off because if you look at my hood, on the passenger side is a little more of a gappage in the hood. So that tells me that when it hit, because I ran over top of the fucking tire, it hit the splitter with under the car, but it hit, like I heard when it hit the bottom of the frame of the car. And I think that kind of did some damage. Very minute, but I can see it. I know it's something off with the panel. So I plan on getting that fixed as well. But other than that, the car is back. I'm happy because I've been in a rental car for like the last month, a funky Malibu. Before that, I had a fucking Audi, a little fucking white Audi, Quartaro, what the fuck it's called. So yeah, but the 5.0's back, so that content's coming soon. Also next week, I will be recording from the gym. Give you guys some more fitness content. I'm actually gonna do some fitness videos offline when I get done with this. When I get back here in a little bit, so I can start uploading some fitness content and some more videos talking about muscle building and stuff like that. But I know a lot of guys been wondering how my recovery's been going, and it's been going great. With the physical therapy from the injury I sustained last year, and just getting the muscles back to use. I am getting better with pressing heavier dumbbells. My stabilizers are getting back to where they used to be. So everything's going in the right direction, but I'm still gonna hold off on doing some compound lifts for maybe another month. It's this time of the year that I go outside and start training outside in front of my house. So I got content lined up for all of that. So you guys get ready for that stuff. But other than that, no issues. They did have to pop my C1, C2. Well, not C1. He said C1. I don't think he can pop C1. But he popped, I know for sure, my C2, C3. Like, he been really readjusting, popping my neck. And when I tell you, when he popped it the other day, he came up. He's been coming from the bottom up. Each time I go, he's been popping this part of my neck. When that dude popped my neck the other day, like, my vision got a lot better. The vertigo got a little bit less. It's not as hard as it used to be. But I still got ringing, but not as bad as it was. And so my balance and coordination is getting back better because my left side, when I did that to myself last year, this side especially took the brunt of it. And I didn't say anything because I'm not one to complain, but it took a lot more effort to have to utilize my left side to adjust a step. My right side would take over so much so, and feel like my left side was a disconnect there. So I didn't think I had a pinched nerve in my neck, and I still don't think I do. I just think since the muscle and stuff so tight around those cervical joints and stuff, from what he explained and from what I just kind of read about, that was compressing some of the neurotransmission that the nerves do, right? And so it was slowing down the function of that side. And so I didn't want to say anything about that because I'm the type, I don't like to complain, but it's night and day. I can feel my left arm a lot better. My left leg moves a little bit better now. So everything is really going back the way that I was hoping. And I just been taking it easy and just doing a lot of corrective training myself. Just so when I go back to lifting heavy, I won't have those issues anymore, and really watching my form. Yeah, if you can get your neck pop, it pays dividends. So the main thing is building the foundation and taking care of the leaks inside the foundation. And that's what I've really been doing with my training. That's why I haven't been uploading anything, because it's not nothing interesting to, in my opinion, to upload. A lot of you guys that want to see the lifting videos, you want to see me push 225, 230, deadlift 400, try to squat 400. Now, it's going to be a long time before I put 400 pounds back on my back. It might be another 2 or 3 years, because I'm really focused on really building and correcting a lot of my issues that happened after the injury, because it took so long for me to get into therapy that I was pretty much recovering on my own. So before I set myself up to hurt myself real bad, I'll take time to correct everything that I know I can correct, seal up all the loose ends. And then when I go back to lifting heavy again, at least I know that I'm doing everything correctly. The squat was completely on me. I didn't set the height, the height for the bar, because my wife went out there and squatted that day. And so I was already preloaded. My neck wasn't tucked like this neutral spine. And that will cause a lot of issues when I came up. I got that squat, but man, everything gave in my neck and all the way down through my thoracic spine here. So that caused all those issues. And so I know how to squat, but now it's more like making sure, especially I'm keeping my neck tucked in, chest high, all that while you squat. Even when you do low bar squatting, you want to keep your chest high, looking down, but you want to keep your tension up. All that to keep your spine neutral. So I've been really practicing that in the mind, because you don't want to fuck your neck up. Anything up here you fuck up, it has an effect throughout the whole body. And if you fuck it up bad enough, you can be paralyzed or kill yourself. So, but anyway, now you guys all caught the fuck up. You all caught the fuck up. No, you're all right, man. I'm about to get ready to end this. So I tell you guys what, I'm not going to make any promises, but I'll tell you guys what I'm going to try to do. Next week is fall break out here. The kids don't have school next week. So I have a little bit more downtime, a little more flexibility time. I'm going to try to come on next week. No promises, but I'm going to try. Just to do a chill and reaction live stream. I haven't did that in a long time. I know the people in my Discord, especially, and once again, I really thank you guys, my Discord, for being so understanding. And you guys, my admins and mods, you guys doing an amazing job in my Discord, keeping it, running it, and keeping the peace. Matter of fact, the Discord link is at the top, at the very top up there, but I'm going to link it down below after the chat. But I appreciate you guys understanding that I'm a busy person. I really do. I check in, but I be so busy that I don't have time to really be in there. But it's been a while since I did a reaction stream to a lot of stuff. And I know a lot of you love the reaction stream. So I'm going to try to get to that next week. No promises, because I do have travel plans and stuff that I got to make sure is ready to rock and roll and get things done around the house before I leave. And then it's getting to that time of the year too, where I know I got family coming out for the Cowboys game. I got family coming out for Thanksgiving. So all those holidays are coming up. So I know some of my live streaming time, it already been kind of stretched, but the holiday season, and you guys that have been watching my channel long enough, you know, during the holiday season, I go AWOL. Like, I make videos, but I go AWOL. So I just wanted to tell you guys, I appreciate you guys understanding that I don't do this for money, you know, and so I don't have an obligation to be on here every day. I live in reality, and reality is my family, right? Making sure they come first. And so my wife, helping her with her heart issue, her heart murmur, and my daughter's doing stuff after school. My son got stuff going on. I'm a very busy guy. So I really do appreciate you all understanding that and not bugging me like, where's Savar? Where the hell he's been? He hasn't been uploading anything. My life comes first. My wife and kids come first. Then you motherfuckers. So I appreciate you all. You guys don't know how much I appreciate, because I know some YouTubers, some content creators, they have some diehard fans, and they live and breathe and eat and wait on every fucking move. And those are stalkers. Those are people that I'm glad I can say I don't think I have any. Thank God. But If I do, I'm gonna tell you, don't waste your time. You in the wrong place. Don't waste your time because my family come first. If I happen to see you out somewhere and you know me from YouTube, you speak and is at a bar somewhere, I'll buy you a drink, have a good time with you at a football game or something. But man, my life come first. My family, my wife and kids will always come first. But I love coming on here when I have time to kick back, laugh, and talk shit with you guys. So, but the next stream will be a reaction stream. If not next week, the following week, it will be a reaction stream. That one will be open mic. So I'm going to put the link to the StreamYard in the next live stream for anyone that wants to come on and react with me live. We're going to have fun. I can do up to 10 people. So I'm paying $40 a month, StreamYards, you fucking assholes, up the fucking price. But 10 people can come on with me anytime and shoot the shit. So we're going to get that jumping on the next live stream. But until then, you all take care. Falcons, we running the South, baby. Panthers, 2 weeks. Get your Pepto-Bismol already, you peak motherfuckers. Until the next live stream, you guys stay safe. And your boy, Savar Matner. I'm out, everyone. You have a good day. Peace.